Hi, welcome. My name is Heidi McPherson and I'm the yoga instructor at Pacific Sands Beach Resort in beautiful Tofino, British Columbia. I'm here at the Sunset House. This is the home of our future yoga and wellness retreat, which was supposed to happen this week. So instead of it happening, I'm going to take you and guide you through about a 20-minute class. This class is earth-focused and breath-focused. It's something to remind you of perhaps your visit to the beach or Tofino, your connection to the earth, and something to bring you to yourself. For those of you that don't know, we have yoga here at Pacific Sands once a week, every morning at Saturday morning at 7:30. And in the summer, we grow that program to 4 times a week, and one of those days is on the beach. The sequences of those yoga classes are breath-centered and grounding, and bring your awareness back to yourself and your connection back to the earth and your body and your bones. Right, we're going to begin in hands and knees. Known as tabletop, line your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees below your hips. And tuck your toes under. And feel the earth here with all 10 toes. And look forward. And big breath in. The exhale, sink your hips back towards your heels. Into this toe stretch. And press into all 10 toes as evenly as you can into your mat, into the earth. Stay for one more breath in. And your exhale, come on back, hands and knees. Untuck your toes now and give them a nice firm tap. And curl your toes underneath again. And on your inhale, lift your sit bones, draw your shoulders on your back, look forward, shape that you know as cow. And on your exhale, arch your spine, pull your belly in for cat. On the inhale for cow, draw the energy of the earth up into your heart. And then on the exhale, push down into the earth. Round through your spine. And do one more. Inhaling for cow. And exhale, cat. Make your way back to your neutral spine. Take your knees about the width of your mat with your big toes together. Sink your hips back towards your heels. This is the shape known as child's pose. And take the variation that works for you. You can be on your forearms. You can extend your arms towards the front of your mat. Anchor your hips towards your heels. Press your hands down and forward into the earth. Stay here or begin to melt your heart and your forehead towards the earth. And take this time to breathe deeply. Anchor your breath to your present moment. And stay for one more inhale. And come on back to hands and knees. Move your palms up a full palm length. Tuck your toes under. And push your hips back to your heels and lift your hips up. And draw the upper thigh bones back for downward facing dog. Bend the knees as much as you like. And focus on the length of your spine. And this grounding of your palms and your toes into the earth. And then look between your hands and walk to the top of your mat. And come on up halfway. This can bring your hands a little higher this time than you're used to create this long spine. And breathe here in. And then the exhale, soften the knees as much as you like to bow forward to your forward bend. And feel the earth with your feet. And lift all 10 toes and imagine pushing them into the sand. And come on up, reach your arms overhead, look up. And exhale your hands by your side. Take a breath in with me. And out. We'll stand this way so you can see. Reach your arms overhead, look up. And take a hold of your right wrist and pull the right side body long. And then arc towards the left. And come on back to center. Switch sides, reach the left side body long. And take your arc towards the right. And come on back to center, release the hands by your side. And bring your feet now a little wider than your mat. Take your toes at a slight angle so that when you bend your knees, they track right over your ankles. And place your palms on your thighs. Reach now, the arms wide, turn your palms and interlace your hands. Draw the shoulders back towards each other. And big breath in. And the exhale, send the thigh bones back. Bring your belly to the tops of your thighs. And release the back of your neck. Reach your arms forward and back. She said, reach your arms back and towards the sky. One more breath. Your exhale, leave your feet as is, plant your fingertips and step back with the right foot. And notice that I left my left foot wide. Now lower your back knee. Option one, you can be right here and perhaps create some height and more space with blocks underneath your fingertips. You can come down a little lower. Those of you that would like to go a little deeper can move to your forearms onto your mat. And place your left arm bone right up against the inside of your left leg. And create that resistance where the arm presses into the leg and the leg presses into the arm until you feel the stretch of your inner thigh. And breathe in with me. A full breath out. Inhale again. This grounding quality of your exhale. And stay for one last breath in. And the exhale, drag the left foot back, move back to hands and knees. Create your foundation, firm stability with the earth. And on the inhale for cow. And on your exhale for cat. And do one more. And move your way back to neutral. Place your knees a little wider than your hips and sink your hips back towards your heels. This time we'll come onto the forearms. Walk your right fingertips over towards the left, so get this stretch through the left lower back. Use the earth, so push the earth away. And anchor your right sit bone towards your right heel. Stay for one last breath and switch sides. Walk your left fingertips over towards the left. And feel this stretch through the left side of your body and perhaps even down towards the left lower back. Full rounds of breath, this breath of medicine and grounding. Last breath in. Walk your hands back. And come on back to hands and knees and lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. And check into your dog. Grip the earth with your finger pads. Lift your sit bones and draw the inner thighs back and apart. Look between your hands and step or walk to the top of your mat. Come on up halfway. And the exhale, hinge forward at your hips. Lift all 10 toes and anchor them firmly into your earth and reach your arms overhead. Look up. And exhale your hands by your side. And share a deep breath in with me. And grounding breath out. And place your feet wide again. Toes at a slight angle. And come into this shape. Strong and anchored in your legs. And take your arms wide. Turn your palms. Place that non-dominant thumb on top. Interlace your hands. And draw your shoulders back. And big breath in. The exhale. The knees as bent as you like. Draw the thigh bones back. And reach your arms skyward. Relax the back of your neck. Share one more breath. Release your hands. This time, step your left foot back, keep your right foot wide, and lower your back knee. Option 1, create a little more height with your blocks. Create more space here, or come down to your fingertips. You can move down a layer onto your blocks or bring your forearms towards the earth. And create this dual action again with the right knee pressing up against the right arm and vice versa until you feel that stable stretch happening with your inner right thigh. And breathe in and grounding breath out. One more breath in. And slide your right foot back. Come to hands and knees. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. Use the earth here on your inhale for cow. Draw the earth up into the base of your heart. And the exhale, push down to feel this rounding through the spine. And come on back to neutral. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. And take your feet a little wider. Bend the knees. Use the stability of the earth. Draw the earth up your arms into your heart and then push down, lengthen through the sides of your waist and your spine. Look between your hands, step or walk to the top of your mat. Come on up halfway and hinge forward at your hips. Lift all 10 toes. And you imagine pushing them down into the sand and come on up. Reach your arms overhead. Look up. And exhale your hands to your heart. Take a full breath in. Grounding breath out. And sweep your arms wide and tall, look up. Exhale, hinge forward at your hips. And come on up halfway. Then bend the knees as much as you like to step back to a plank. Option to lower your knees. Create the stability of foundation with the wrists right underneath the shoulders and the finger pads pushing and pulling the earth up into your heart. And from here, shift forward and make your way to your belly. Press the tops of your feet down, draw the shoulders towards each other, and lift for cobra. The exhale, lower down. Let's do 2 more of those. Draw the shoulders back and inhale, lift. And exhale, lower down. Use your breath to lift you. Inhale. And the exhale lowers you down. And tuck your toes. Lift your way back. Downward dog. Look between your hands and step to the top of your mat. This time, bring your feet together and sit into your chair. Squeeze your legs together. And draw the low belly in and lift through your heart. Stay for another breath in. And your exhale, hinge forward at your hips. And step your right foot back again. Lower your back knee. You can stay here. You can place your hands on a blocks, or lower down on the earth. Or start that energy of the earth, pull the earth up into the muscles of your legs, up into the core of your pelvis. And from here, bring your hands to your hips. You can stay here or push down into the earth to lift your chest and reach your arms overhead. Place your left palm on top of your left thigh. Reach your right arm tall and arc towards the left. And come on back. Reach again, the side body long, and exhale, twist. Place your right palm on the outside of your left thigh and your left hand to your low back. And keep that action of stability in your legs. And now this time, pull the earth up into your belly and twist from your belly. Final breath in. Exhale, unwind. Plant your fingertips, hands and knees. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more, inhale. And exhale. And come on back to neutral. Move your palms up. Tuck your toes. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands, step to the top of your mat, and come on up halfway, and hinge forward at your hips. Imagine being on the sand as you lift all 10 toes, press them firmly into the earth, and reach your arms overhead. And exhale your hands by your side. And share a deep breath in and out. And your feet together and sit into your chair. Absolutely fine to be with your hands on your hips. And focus again on the energy of the earth. Pull the earth up into your pelvis. Keep that as you draw the thigh bones back and sit a little deeper. You'll feel the weight shift to your heels. You can stay here with your hands on your hips or reach your arms overhead. And reach them forward. And bring your belly to your thighs. And come down for a nice soft landing. You choose, this is boat pose. You can hold on to the backs of your thighs, lift your chest, and stay here, or maybe straighten the legs. And stay here, or pull that belly in and reach your arms forward. Stay here, take a hold of your big toes. And draw your heart towards your shins. Last breath, stay with me. Release your feet, cross your ankles, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg. And step it forward between your hands. Lower your back knee. So once again, you can stay with your fingertips on blocks or on the earth. And if you're feeling strong in your legs and you're using that muscular energy of the earth, pulling it up into your legs, you can bring your hands to your hips. Stay here or reach your arms overhead. And place your right palm on top of your right thigh. Turn your left palm facing in and begin to arc towards the right. And come on back to center. Reach the left arm tall. And then twist, bringing the left palm on the outside of your right thigh, your right hand to your hip. And this drawing up of the earth, up your legs, into your pelvis, into your belly as you twist. And final breath coming up. Inhale with me. And exhale, unwind. And slide your right foot back. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. And do one more. And make your way back to neutral. And take your knees a little wider than your hips. Big toes towards each other. And sink your hips back. You can be here. And if you have a bolster handy, I recommend placing it right underneath your chest. And soften. And soften your eyes. Soften your heart. You stay here as long as you like. And coming in with me, come on up and move your bolster aside and make your way to a seat. And place your feet a little wider than your mat, your fingertips slightly towards you. And take your breath in, and then exhale, move your knees towards the left. You can lead with the right knee, lift the right hip, and then maybe look over towards the right. And come on back to center, inhale. And exhale, your knees towards the left, leading with the left knee. See that my left hip is lifting. I can look towards the left. We'll do that one more time. Inhale and exhale, moving and lifting the right hip. Inhale and exhale. And then this time, you can create that same shape towards the left into the shape known as deer. Sometimes in yin they refer to it as deer. So depending on how far your heel is away from your pelvis, if you bring it closer, it's less intense. If you bring it away, you'll create a bigger, more moderate stretch in the left side of your hip. Similarly, the back leg can move back for more intensity, or it can move forward. And bring your heart to line up with your left shin. And this might be enough for you right here. Or take your breath in and start to hinge over your shin. Walk your hands forward. And those of you who want a little more experience in action, you can place your right hand on the and press against your right sole of foot. And by doing that, you should feel where the stretch is targeted. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. This is a cousin to the pose known as pigeon. Sometimes it's a little more accessible, but also more of a warming and grounding outer hip stretch. And finish up one last full inhale. Your earthly exhale. And come on up. Lean back, so watch your knees as you lift both feet and bring them back to this shape. We'll do the other side and break your breath, take your breath in. And then exhale, lower your knees towards the right. And this side may feel completely different, so take the time to set up, whether your heel is further away or whether it's closer to you. And since my bolster is handy here, I'm going to use it. You can place it right in line with your shin if you like, and in line with your toes. Inhale here. And then hinge forward. And place your left palm, if you like, and push up against the right sole of your foot. And that experience of where the targeted stretch here should speak to you. And allow yourself to be in this shape for about 5 breaths. And 1 more full inhalation. Grounding exhalation. And push yourself up. Lean back to gather the knees towards each other and place the soles of your feet together. And take a hold of your shins or your ankles. And because we're going to create a more restorative stretch here, absolutely fine to have more support in this shape with the bolster underneath your knees. Or bring your feet together and press a little more firmly towards each other so you feel a stability here. And take your breath in and lead with your heart. You can gently place your elbows on the insides of your knees and relax the back of your neck. And breathe here with me. And this reminder of breath and of earth and of yourself. And this medicine of breath. And finish up one last full round. Deep breath in and complete breath out. And then come on up and guide your knees together. And have a rest now. If you have a favorite shape that you like to take, please take it, whether it's just flat on your back or on your back with your knees bent. And today, because we moved into our hips a fair bit, I'm going to suggest a bolster. You can even use a pillow and place your knees a little wider with your feet towards each other. And then make your way down onto your back. And settle the bolster underneath your knees. And just so you know, this is an absolutely glorious position for me to be in. I can hear the waves. I can feel the sun on my face. Turn your palms skywards and settle into your breath, your natural rhythm of breath. And I'll say goodbye now. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you. I'll see you this summer at Pacific Sands.